My name is Rosie Brown Green. I was born 5 miles north of Lenapah, behind a little church called Hickory Creek Church on the banks of a creek. Where I was born, it's right behind, our church is still there today. It's Little Flock Baptist Church, and it's on Road 8. My mother's name was Rosie Brown. My father's name was Willie Brown. George Hammer Brown, Rachel Brown, Susan Brown, and Alexandra Brown came over the Trail of Tears from Georgia. My dad, he knowed all the herbs and stuff, and we would go pick poke salad when this poke salad was time, and we would do wild onions when wild onions time. But he knowed how to pick, he knowed wild lettuce and wild, all the wild stuff that grew. I would go with him. And it was a tea that you could make. It tastes good as the iced tea now. It grew in a bush. My dad would always gather it when it was green and hang it up. And then you could just crumble the leaves up and put them in hot water.
Did he ever use some of it for medicine?
Yeah, we did have 2 or 3 medicines. I had colic and stuff. They had a herb that you could boil and the baby could drink and put it in his bottle. And if like he had bad upset stomach and stuff. And there was different kind of weed, not weeds, but plants that they got, like older people used them. We played games. My cousins lived across from me. And so it was 3 girls about my age. And so we always made up stuff, play house. And we even used to have picnics when it rained real bad. Down the ditches you could get crawdads. And we would get the crawdads, and we had our own kitchen outside, and we would boil them and cook them. When I grew up, we didn't have running water. We hadn't got running water yet. So we had a well, and we had to walk to the well to get water. And we didn't have propane or natural gas. We burned wood. We always had a big garden. My dad, we didn't have a cellar or anything. He would dig this big hole, round, lined it with straw. He would put potatoes, different things, turnips, cabbage, and then he would cover them back over with straw, and we would have vegetables from on up until fall. I helped pick the vegetables, I helped hold the vegetables, and I'd also have been planted, like I had to set out tomatoes or cabbage or whatever that we were setting out. The ranchers, they didn't pay a lot of money. So you had to live, well, you mostly had to grow. We always had hogs and chickens. We didn't have a car. We got around in a wagon. We drove to church a many day in a wagon, and in the month of June, we always had what you call June meetings. And my mom would cook, and he'd fill the back of the wagon up, and we'd always go to church. And different churches would come. And later on, we had what you call in the urban, the streetcar. But we had to walk probably 3 miles to catch it, to go wherever we needed, like to Coffeeville or No Water. The kids in the country, like my husband and the friends, the other boys and my cousins, they used to ride it to Coffeeville every night on Saturday nights to look at the movies. And then they would drop them off back well, they'd still have to walk probably 2-3 miles to where they lived. In the fall, when it was cool, he always went and got rabbits or coons. And my mom used to grind the rabbits up and make rabbit sausage. My mom always made clothes like skirts and blouses. You didn't have money to go buy stuff at the store like now. Verdigris River was east of where I was born at. And they had a ford down there called Riders Ford. They still call it Riders Ford, and I got baptized there. And we'd have picnics down there too. Yeah, we went fishing down there all the time. We fished a lot. Up here in Coffeeville on the corner, they had a restaurant, and everybody from the country went there. And you could get hamburgers or whatever you wanted, This man, they used to tease him, they said he could dip in his pot and get chili and stew and out of that one pot. Yeah.